Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Nur Hussain. My student ID is B2102022101, Department of Management Studies, Jagannath University. First of all, I would like to express our gratitude to our honorable course teacher, Professor Dr. Liza Khanum Ma'am, Director, MBA Professional, Department of Management Studies, Jagannath University. Today we will discuss about personality and values. Before going to the topic, I would like to introduce my fellow team members whose profile are on the screen. These are the contents we will discuss through our presentation. Our first topic is understanding personality and the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or MBTI. Let us start by defining personality. What is personality? Personality is the sum of ways in which an individual reacts to and interacts with others. Personality also refers to the unique patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behavior that make a person distinct. It is influenced by genetic, environment, and experience. Proper understanding of personality helps in personal growth, communication, and career choice. Now, come to the personality framework. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or MBTI. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or MBTI, a widely used personality assessment based on Carl Jung's psychological theories developed by Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers. It is a 100-question personality test that asks people how they usually feel or act in situations. It categorizes the people into 16 personality types based on four key dimensions. The four key dimensions are extroversion versus introversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feelings, judging versus perceiving. Now discuss these MBTI four key dimensions broadly. Extroversion versus introversion. Extroverted individuals are outgoing, social, and assertive. On the other hand, introverts are quiet and shy. Such as extroverted people love to going to party. On the other hand, introverted prefer staying home with a book. Sensing versus intuition. Sensing type are practical and prefer routine and order, and they focus on details. Intuitives rely on unconscious process and look at the big picture. Sensing people love a recipe exactly. On the other hand, intuition people improvise while cooking. Thinking versus feelings. Thinking types use reasons and logic to handle problems. Feelings types rely on their personal values and emotion. Thinking people pick the best phone based on specification, such as Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. On the other hand, feelings people pick the phone because it feels right, such as iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, the last point, judging versus perceiving. Judging types want control and prefer order and structure. On the other hand, perceiving types are flexible and spontaneous. Judging people plans a trip with a detailed itinerary. On the other hand, perceiving decides where to go last minutes. These are the 16 personalities categories by the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, such as the INTJ, INTP, ENTJ, ENTP, INFJ, INFP, etc. etc. We'll now come to the usefulness of MTB. The MTB helps to understand strength, weakness, and preference of oneself, to match personality traits with suitable careers, to improve the collaboration and reduce conflicts. The limitations of MBTI are personality is a complex and changes over time. MBTI does not measure skills, intelligence, or mental health. It should be used as a guide, not a strict label. Thank you. Next topic will be discussed by my fellow team member Mr. Sujan Kha.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Sujan Khan. Today I will talk about the big five personality traits in the workplace. These traits helps us understand how people behave at work. The big five personality traits is a popular model in psychology. It helps companies understand employees and improve teamwork. The model is also called OCEANS, which stands for O means openness to experience, C means consciousness, E means extraversions, A means agreeableness, N means neuroticism or emotional stability. These traits affect leadership, decision making, and job performance. Openness means being creative and open to new ideas. People with high openness love trying to new things and thinking outside the box. People with low openness prefer routine and avoid risks. Workplace example: designers and researchers need high openness to create new ideas. Consciousness means being responsible and organized. High conscious people are reliable and disciplined. Low conscious people are careless and impulsive. Workplace example: a project manager needs high conscious to complete the work on time. Extraversion is about how social and energetic someone is. High extraversion people love talking and working in teams. Low extraversion people prefer quiet work and fewer social interactions. Workplace example: sales and marketing professionals need high extraversion for networking. Agreeableness is about being kind and cooperative. High agreeableness people are friendly and supportive. Low agreeable people are more competitive and prefer working alone. Workplace example: customer service employees need high agreeableness to handle clients well. Last one is neuroticism. Neuroticism measures emotional stability. People with high neuroticism get stressed and anxious easily. People with low neuroticism stay calm and handle pressure well. Workplace example: airline pilots need low neuroticism to manage stressful situations. The Big Five personality traits: optimize hiring, improve team dynamics, and develop leadership skills. Understand these traits helps companies build better teams, enhance collaboration, and foster innovations. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, this is Maisha Maliha. My student ID is B2102022105. Today I'll be talking about situation strength theory, a concept that helps us understand how situations influence behavior in the workplace. So, what is situation strength theory? Situation strength refers to how much norms, cues, and standards dictate appropriate behavior. In strong situations, expectations are clear and behavior is predictable. Think of structured workplaces like banks, hospitals, or the military. In weak situations, expectations are less defined, allowing for more personal expression, common in startups and research fields. We can break down situation strength into four elements, which are clarity, consistency, constraints, and consequences. Now I am shortly discussing about it. The first one is clarity, which refers to clear expectations like a checklist guiding behavior. The next one is consistency, which means cues are the same. Think of a repeating pattern reinforcing the message. The other one is constraints, which are the limits on our behavior, like barriers restricting options. And the last one is consequences, which are the results of our behavior, like rewards or punishment shape behavior. Let's compare strong and weak situations. Strong situations create uniform behavior with less influence from personality. These environments have clear expectations, high constraints, and strong norms. Examples include the military and hospitals, where structure and consistency are crucial. On the other hand, weak situations allow for more varied behavior, greater personality influence, and ambiguous expectations. With fewer constraints and norms, this setting encourage creativity. Examples include startups and creative jobs where innovation thrives. Here are two visual representation, one of a strong situation and the other one is weak situation. This has practical implications. Managers can adjust situation strength to align with company goals. Strong situations ensure efficiency and control, while weak situations promote creativity and flexibility. By understanding this balance, leaders can predict employee behavior and create optimal work environments. To wrap up, situation strength theory help us understand how workplace environments shape actions. The key to success: finding the right balance, leveraging restructure where needed, while allowing flexibility to foster innovation. Thank you all.
Hi everyone, it's me Biti Kormakar. My student ID is B2102022106. Today I will be discuss about trait activation theory. So what is trait activation theory? Trait activation theory suggests that our personality traits are activated depending on the situation we face. It's about how environment can trigger or suppress specific behaviors. Trait activation theory has three components. Number one, personal traits. Number two, the situation we encounter. And the number three, how those situations activated certain traits within us. So, as an example, we can say that an introvert person can act more outgoing when in a supportive or familiar environment. This shows how traits like introversion or extroversion can be activated depending on the same context or situation. Moving to the next part, trait activation theory's application. Trait activation theory has wide applications from the workplace to personal life. It helps us understand how to better navigate situation to activate our strongest traits, leading to more effective interactions and growth. So, in conclusion, we can say that trait activation theory helps us see that personality isn't fixed. Instead, our traits are activated by the situation we find ourselves in, offering a dynamic view of behavior and how we adapt to different contexts. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself Anas Chaudhuri Hisham and my student ID is B2102022107. So here's the topic, linking an individual's personality and values to the workplace. Personality and organizational evaluation. Past concern focused on personality job match for specific roles. Current concern expanded to personality organization match for adaptability. Reason for change. Modern workplaces require flexibility in employees. Organizations value long-term commitment over just task performance. Key fit managers look for fast person job fit. Personality job fit theory. A theory that identifies 6 personality types. By example, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, conventional, and realistic, and proposes that the fit between personality type and occupational environment determines satisfaction and turnover. Person job fit theory. Matching job requirements with personality traits. John Holland's personality job fit theory. Assessment tool. Vocational preference inventory. Key findings. Job satisfaction and turnover depend on how well personality matches the job. Cultural implications. Individualistic cultures. Workers expect jobs to be tailored to them. High person job fit leads to higher satisfaction. Collectivistic cultures. Workers do not expect job customization. Person job fit is less important for satisfaction. Here is the table of Holland's typology of personality and congruent occupations. Let's discuss it shortly. Type, personality characteristics and congruent occupation. Realistic, physical activities that require skill, strength and coordination. By example, mechanic, farmer. Investigative, activities that involve thinking, organizing and understanding. By example, biologist, economist. Social, activities that involve helping and developing others. By example, social worker, teacher. Conventional, rules regulated, orderly and unambiguous activities. By example, accountant, corporate manager. Enterprising, verbal activities in which there are opportunities to influence others and attain power. By example, small business manager, real estate agent, etc. Artistic, prefers ambiguous and unsystematic activities that allow creative expression. By example, musician, writer, etc.
Hello everyone, myself Shathirani Bishwas. My ID is B2102022109. Now I will talking about person organization fit. What is person organization fit? Compatibility between individual and organizational values, goals and culture. Key in recruitment, retention and performance. Focuses on cultural and value alignment more than just skills. Key elements of person organization fit. Values alignment, cultural fit, goal compatibility, work environment match. Then benefits of strong person-organization fit: higher job satisfaction, better job performance, lower turnover and absenteeism, stronger team cohesion and collaboration. Assessing person-organization fit: behavioral interviews, personality assessments, culture fit questionnaires, realistic job previews. Real-world example. Conclusion: person-organization fit is critical for long-term success, goes beyond skills, focus on alignment, helps build a motivated, engaged workforce. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Shozan Das. My ID is B21020210. Today I am going to discuss about cultural values. An overview of surveyed work-related values variation in different dimensions, Hofstede framework and Globe framework. Introduction. The Hofstede's 5 value dimensions are a framework for understanding cultural differences and how they affect behavior in the workplace, communication, and leadership across different countries. The 5 dimensions are power distance, individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term versus short-term orientation. Power distance refers to the degree to which less powerful members of a society accept and expect that power is distributed unequally. In high power distance, a manager who expects employees to follow instructions without questioning and maintain a clear hierarchy. In low power distance, an employee who feels comfortable challenging the boss ideas and prefer a more equal relationship. Individualism versus collectivism. Individualism refers to a person who values personal achievement, independence, and prefers to make decisions on their own. In contrast, collectivism refers to a person who prioritizes the group's needs, values, teamwork, and make decisions considering others' opinions. Masculinity versus femininity. Masculinity and national culture attributes that describes the extent to which the culture favors as traditional masculine and work roles of achievement, power, and control. Societal value are characterized by assertiveness and materialism. Femininity, a national culture attributes that indicates little differentiation between male and female roles. A high rating indicates that women are treated as the equals of men in all aspects of the society. Uncertainty avoidance, the degree to which people in a country prefer a structured over unstructured situation defends their uncertainty avoidance. In cultures scoring high on uncertainty avoidance, people have increased anxiety about uncertainty avoidance, ambiguity, and use laws and controls to reduce uncertainty. Long-term orientation versus short-term orientation. This typology measures a society devotion to traditional values. People in a culture with long-term orientation look to the future and value thrift, persistence, and tradition. In short-term orientation, people value here and now. They also accept change more readily and don't see commitments and impediments to change. The GLOBE framework is the global leadership and organizational behavior effectiveness. It framework explores how culture influences leadership, organizational behavior, and business practices across different countries. The framework identifies 9 cultural dimensions that affect leadership behavior and organizational behavior. The GLOBE framework: power distance, uncertainty distance, assertiveness, future orientation, performance orientation, human orientation, institutional collectivism, in group collectivism, gender differentiation. It helps to cultural values.